And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looks pretty evident what they want to do, the same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry. And fights through one man. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
And makes the score.
Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Working out of the gun, Rivers.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Lions 8, Colts 0.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They toss it out right to Johnson. There he goes again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard
line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 3rd down, run by Mack. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 10. Just a 2-yard pickup.
Very well right now? Of course they will. defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now it's Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
41-yard line.
That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the
One of the
Lions.
advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the toss, here's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Rivers hands this one to Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
51, Mike 51.
On third down, Rivers. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10. To throw, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
Rivers pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now an option play on second down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rivers on the money, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Rivers again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now Rivers on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big run there by Johnson. 49 yards on the ground. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And shedding through the tackle. Johnson jostles free.
There it is.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 31 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, This is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one.
Offense works their way back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 3rd and long for Rivers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's right,
he
baby.
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, not necessarily settling, because you're trying.